The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Hey guys, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Archer's Powers. This is going to be part 9, and the last part I just finished off on Izuku finishing his team, but I was actually having a hard time deciding to choose over Tokoyami or Shoji. So I decided to just go with Tokoyami, like in Canon. So that said, let's get into this. Izuku's team is ready for the Cavalry Battle as Izuku prepares making two weapons to help his team out in the match. There, he created a small chain whip, with a sword handle and a sheet and keeping his right hand sit and keeping his right hand empty. There, he would use his chain to actually grab other people's headbands and to keep them off balance. But he knows that everyone's going to be after him, so many of them wouldn't expect him that he would be going after their headbands. Probably just keeping him is safe instead. That was the original Izuku's plan, but he's going to take the initiative, not going to hold back whatsoever. As Shoto's team goes after him, and same thing goes for Bakugo's team. As for everyone else, they do their own thing and try to get as many points as they can. However, while Izuku's team is dodging every single one of them, he slowly grabs points from the other teams without them noticing. Soon after, Minetta's team with Shoji and Tsu also basically trap Izuku just like they did in Canon. So soon after, Izuku had the idea. He just creates a single arrow, stores it up with one for all, and then just throws it down to explode. His team is a little bit unstable, but they still are in the game. Soon after, Shoto and his team, Ida plans on using his reciprocal burst to get Izuku's points. However, Izuku planned on this and tries to do one last-ditch effort. He creates his Sakura shield, but has to do it at the right moment. As soon as they come close, just a few more inches, Izuku creates his shield. However, the 10 million points has already been taken. Even when his timing was good, he still lost the points to Shoto, mostly due to Momo's interference. While Izuku was focusing on trying to time his shield right, Momo created a rope whip and grabbed the points without Izuku noticing, focusing more on Ida and Shoto than anything else. Because of this, they're behind now. However, Izuku knew that he had to get those points as soon as possible and decided to go after him. He planned on using his swords as usual. He created over four white and black swords of Kinsho and Bakuya. Threw two of them, storing them up with One for All, causing them to explode on impact, making Ida stumble for a bit. Before Shoto planned on using his flames. There, Izuku used the perfect time to just use One for All through his body, and basically caused Shoto's flames to be blown away. Before Izuku grabbed as many bandanas as he could with his second sword, causing him to get as many points as he needed. Believing that he got the 1 million points, but instead he only got at least 100 points. Momo switched them just like she did in Canon, causing them to mess up. Izuku realized that he didn't think that through and failed. As he tries to get the 1 million points, however, Tokoyami tells him, "Midoriya, I don't think we need to worry about that." As he says, "Wait, what do you mean, Tokoyami?" "I think we're good. Trust me." Izuku wanted to trust Tokoyami, and he decides to. Soon after, time runs out. As the results come in, that's first place being Shoto, second place being Bakugo, third place is usual Shinso, and fourth place Izuku's team. As Tokoyami tells them on how they got the extra points, every time when Izuku was going after the other team, Tokoyami was taking small points from others as well, helping out Izuku in the process. Because of this, Tokoyami said that it's because of your leadership and your quick, decisive action that I was able to get as many points for us as needed. Midoriya, you are a good leader. As Izuku begins going on the ground, crying like a huge ass baby, just like he did in Canon, saying that he has an awesome team. Soon after, everyone keeps staring at Izuku, acting like he's a crybaby. As soon after, Shoto basically sees his left arm and thinks that Izuku forced him to use his left side, even though he never wanted to. After everything goes down, as all the other side events happen, they began telling when the next match being one-on-one fights and at the end they would crown the winner at the sports festival. Soon after, Ojiro steps down from the match, since he was being controlled by Shinso from the very beginning. He couldn't accept himself making it this far without his own abilities. Same thing also goes with Inshora from Class 1B as well, saying that they wanted to get here with their own skills, own abilities, not being able to remember what they've done and not doing it with their own skills makes them feel like they don't deserve to be here. With Midnight complying with them and being replaced with Shirazu and Tetsu. With everything settled, the matches are already played out, and I plan on switching a couple matches as well, just like I did with What If Izuku Was a Villain. So look forward to that. With the first match being against Izuku versus Shinso, just like in Canon. However, the second match will be different. In the next match, Sero will be fighting against Momo instead. And it also changes there as well, as soon after, Shoto will be fighting against Mei Hatsume instead of him fighting against Sero. And as for the fight with Tokoyami, his fight would be going against Ida instead. I plan on changing a couple things, so sorry about that, guys. But I think it'd be more interesting this way. I hope you guys don't mind. With that said, all the matches have been prepared, and everyone plans on resting a little bit. Soon after, Shoto plans on talking to Izuku and gives him the answer to a question. Are you the love child of All Might? As he begins going like, what the hell in his mind, he wonders, why would you ask that? I mean, that's not true, but still, as he tells him, it seems like you have more than one quirk. You're pretty strong. I thought your projections only allowed you to create things, but instead, you have unnatural strength. I want to know, how is that possible? Strength and speed. I want to know, how is that possible, Midoriya? As he tells him, he doesn't tell him about One for All. He says that my quirk projection doesn't just focus on me creating things. It also amplifies my physical body by focusing on single points throughout my body. Like my arm strength, speed, dexterity, strength, all of that. I don't actually have a strength quirk. It just boosts my strength temporarily. After that, if I don't focus, I can't be able to do things like that. Soon after, Shoto begins saying, even so, the number one hero, All Might, is in your corner, and I have to beat you. As Izuku asks, what is so important that you need to beat me so bad, even though I have no connection towards All Might? Soon after, Shoto tells him the story, tells him his usual backstories, everything, what his mother, his father endeavor, and everything he's been through, saying that if he can beat Izuku with just using his right side and not using his left, he proves that he is better than his father, that he rejects him in every way. Because of this, Izuku tells him, look, rejecting yourself is not a good way to prove that you're the best. Everyone here is giving it their all. Even I'm giving it my all. You can't say you're the best by holding yourself back. I'm not going, if I do fight you, I'm going to give it my all. And you better too, Todoroki. I swear it. Soon after, Izuku leaves, as Bakugo hears this as well. As he says, damn nerd, why do you always do stuff like this? And that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please put a comment below, like and place a comment below. Also subscribe if you want to catch up with my other video, want to see my other videos and other content as well. With that said, this is Liamuki signing out. Later.